Welcome back to Mint in Box Toys on the Inside, now coming to you in mind-blowing 4K! Downscaled to 1080p. My name is Salman and I'm here today to talk to you about my toys. And as promised, folks, after a long hiatus, it's time to talk about Batman. Specifically, Batman Forever Triple Action Battle Vehicle. Batman Forever Triple Action Battle Vehicle. Oh. Batman Forever Triple Action Battle Vehicle! No, don't worry. I'm not gonna make you sit through the theme song a second time. Okay, so, the universe apparently does not want me to talk about Batman today. So instead, I'm gonna talk about some Transformers, specifically Starscream, movie Starscream, and 3 of them, as you can see, getting smaller to larger. So this is the story of one Sculpt that has taken on a life of its own and continues to ramify through the Transformers collecting community. Starting in 2011 with the Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Starscream. Now up to this point, Starscream had had a couple Voyager class figures and a Leader class figure, and they all had their problems. So this figure was an attempt by Hasbro to strip out all the action features and make a figure that just transformed and looked good in both modes. Now it did have action features, of course. All the figures in this line included mech tech weapons. They were little weapons that had little features that, ooh, that's fun. That's really fun. I could sit and just do this all day, folks. This is, wow. This is really neat, actually. Okay, no, sorry, enough about that. Anyway, came with these 2 blasters. They popped together. They formed a pretty neat 2-bladed sword weapon. Came with these 2 blasters. They pop together. They form a pretty neat double-bladed sword weapon. Years go by, and Hasbro makes a new Transformers series, the Studio Series, designed to be roughly in scale with one another and lacking any play features besides just transforming. These are designed to be kind of a cheap masterpiece series, displaying the characters as they appeared in the film. Part of the Wave 1 Voyager class figures, Starscream is basically an upscale of this original figure. There's more details, the transformation's a little more complex, and the paint's a little different, but it's basically the same figure. And that's not really a bad thing. This figure was good at its heart, but was lacking some details due to its small size. Hasbro more than made up for it with this Voyager class figure. It came with one accessory, this missile-launching claw pod thingy that can be stored underneath. I think I said all I need to say about this one. Wow, okay. Yeah, so claw piece. This figure improves on its smaller brethren in just about every imaginable way. Last up is a figure that isn't technically a Transformer. May look like a Transformer, may transform like a Transformer, but legally speaking, it's not a Transformer. This is Black Mamba's Star Adjutant, a questionably legal product derived from an official Hasbro Transformer. This takes the Voyager class figure, bulks it up, throws in some metal parts, and improves the transformation even further, making it more complex and just that much more screen accurate. Now, I was originally going to buy this for myself last year for my birthday, well, arrange for my lawyer to pick it up for me for my birthday. Got it shipped in, it arrived at the house, But wouldn't you know it, my mom intercepted it so she could give it to me as a present. But it's okay. The figure that she got for me off eBay ended up going to me immediately. Oh yeah. Well worth the wait. Now this thing is packed with a ton of accessories. It comes with a larger version of the Voyager class's little rocket launcher piece, as well as a saw blade, which was originally going to come with the Voyager figure before being reused in a variant later down the line. In addition to this, it comes with a machine gun, pair of rockets, as well as 2 thrusters which fit under the wings, and a butt. You'll see more of this when it's transformed. Now there's 3 figures here, 3 Transformers, and I could transform each and every one of them for you, but as I already said, they're basically the same figure. So instead, I'm going to transform the biggest and most complex, and point out where there's changes to the smaller figures. This way you should have a taste of what all 3 figures have, without me having to do a bunch of extra work. You're going to want to start out by flipping up his landing gear. Then, you take these wings here, and you pull them up, making sure to clear these back fins and these front panels. Next, you're going to slide them forward ever so slightly, pop down these back fins. Pop up this back portion here. Next, you want to take the legs and split them. Take the foot, bring it down, bring up the toes, bring down the other foot, bring up the other toe, and here is where there's a slight difference between all the figures. Star Adjutant has these swivel feet made of actual die-cast metal. Gives the figure a little balance, and it makes it kind of neat. Pop these up, give him his little chicken legs, and then move back around to the front. The next step is to pop down this crotch panel here, pop up the arms. They then pop down a little bit more, and swing to the side. There is some variance in the amount and complexity of the arm joints found in each of the figures, but this part is basically the same on all of them. Swivel the arms up, bring them down, and pop out the hands. The hands are at their most detailed and articulated on this figure, but they're basically the same on all of them. Next, take these wings here and pop out these side panels. Now on both this and the Voyager class figure, there's additional panels that pop out that'll help fill out the robot mode later. Gonna bring up this panel here, come around to the back, push the head a little so this piece comes out, and then swing the head through and bring it down. One feature that this figure has that none of the others do are these panels here that pop down and help fill out the chest a little when it's complete. Bring this panel back up, push the cockpit in, and close up the crotch portion. Next, these swing up, clip into place on these little tabs here, and there you have the chest basically all done. Finally, you'll come back and align everything so that these pegs fit into these slots. And there's your Starscream all done, sans accessories. In terms of accessories, I'd mentioned before, this figure had a butt. And as you can see, he's got kind of a flat plain booty. Well, take this additional little piece here, plug it in to a panel on his back, and now you have additional sculpted detail that was featured in the movie, but not on any of the previous figures. Helps to smooth out the figure, give him a nice line, make him look that much better. He also comes with the rockets. Now in the movie, he had thrusters on his back, but so far the only figure to even come close to attempting the thrusters was the 2009 Revenge of the Fallen Voyager class figure, and the less said about that, the better. Might cover that on a future episode. Now with all 3 figures transformed, you can see the nice progression in scale and detail as you go from the original 2011 figure to the new 2018 upscale, questionably legal knockoff derivative product. The articulation is basically the same on all of them, the transformation is basically the same on all of them, the detail is basically the same on all of them. especially between these two. While these two feature the same transformation, there is a little bit of different sculpting going on. You can especially see this on the backs of the figures, where the upper legs between the original and the Voyager class figure feature vastly different construction styles. Now, as far as recommendations go, you're probably going to think that I'm going to lavish all the praise on this one. At $50, it is actually a really good value. That's as much as a standard Hasbro Leader class figure, has way more accessories and a much better paint job. However, I can't really recommend this. First off, legally I can't. Don't buy bootleg toys, friends. But also, because he's such a large figure, he doesn't really fit into many people's displays. If you're a hardcore Transformers fan, especially of the movies, he's worth a pickup, but if not, you can pass him by. Despite his primitive appearance, the original figure actually does get a recommendation from me. He's small, he's fun to play with, he'll fit in just about any display. Almost all of his joints are balls, so they pop off nice and easy. So he's safe to play with your kids. He's fun. If you can find him cheap, get him. Not really something to look out for, but you'll probably find him used at some point. So that leaves the Studio Series Voyager class figure. I have a pretty eclectic collecting style. I don't set out to get everything, just what grabs my interest. The one line I collect with any kind of regularity is the Studio Series. All the figures are relatively in scale, and they're all pretty accurate versions of the movie designs, which I just love. So if you already collect the Studio Series, this one's a no-brainer to get. And if you don't, he's just the right size that he's playable, but he'll still fit on many displays. He's about 6 inches high, plenty articulated, plenty detailed. He's worth picking up. He's still found easily at many retailers, and several have started putting him and his Wavemate Optimus Prime on clearance. You can probably get him for about $20 if you shop around. Normal retail is about $30. Well, I've been Salman. If you like what you see here, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and maybe, just maybe, if the universe allows it, we might review Batman next month. This gag was originally going to go on longer, but my hand is seriously cramping up. So, end of the episode!